The second of the Saturday games, the Steelers on the road at the Baltimore Ravens. This is sitting 6.5 in favor of the Ravens at home. Our total here, 44.5 to 45. The news here is Pickens is out, but Watt is in for the Steelers. Mo, who do you think is a bigger impact for this game, just in your personal opinion? If it had to have been one or the other, is it a bigger deal to you that Watt is in, or a bigger deal to you that Pickens is out?
I think Pickens. I think we saw that last week, good buddy Rich Ryan laid it out for me, and I was relatively convinced in that game that the Eagles were pretty well set up to dominate the Steelers, and everything he said was right. So I have to give him the hat tip here, and I think that it's probably what we're going to see again here today. I just don't see why. I don't see how Pittsburgh has a functional offense really at this point. Like, they caught multiple breaks in that game, and they still got just pretty much dominated by the Eagles. I mean, fumbles on own 20, and just and it still didn't matter. Muffed punt. Like, they still lost handily, and I think they're going to lose handily again here. I mean, I said this last time these two teams played, that I thought the Ravens and the Steelers were in different tiers, and then the Ravens went out and outgained them by 3 yards per play or something ridiculous and lost the game outright. So I'm ready to be hurt again. That's what this is. I think the Ravens are a way better team than the Steelers, and I think this line should be north of 7. So I did lay 6.5, and I'm just prepared for a bunch of stupid things to happen in the Steelers' favor, because I know that's the only way they can be in this game, and I know that it's somehow going to happen still probably.
So the other thing that led me to not only playing Baltimore, but playing some alts with Baltimore as well, is what you laid out from the offensive side for sure. It is a team that cannot run the ball successfully. So they've at least found something whenever Pickens is out there and Russell Wilson throwing the YOLO balls. Well, in comes Baltimore, whose run defense is very good, kind of a funnel, as we used to, say in the DFS days. It's a funnel defense that funnels you to passing the ball. They go against the run very, very well. Well, okay, now you have to force this Pittsburgh team to pass without Pickens, and it's looked really, really bad and dysfunctional without him out there. And so I just don't know what they do here to have any success in this. And then on the flip side, this Pittsburgh defense, weeks 1 to 8, and this is a hat tip to Ian Harditz out there, weeks 1 to 8, this rush defense for Pittsburgh was 4th overall in EPA per play allowed in the NFL. Weeks 9 to 15, they are down at 28th in the NFL in EPA per play allowed against the run. And so here comes one of the most efficient running teams in the NFL, in the Ravens, to town. I look at this, and it's kind of like I'm trying to find a reason to feel good about the Steelers at all, and everything just keeps coming up Ravens. And it comes up Ravens at margin too for me when I look at this. So again, I laid the 6.5 and then played some 7.5, played some 9.5 to get it, all the different things like that to see if I can't kind of capitalize on what I think could be kind of a coming to Jesus game here for this Pittsburgh team, to kind of really understand where they sit in the pecking order.
I mean, I just don't see how dumping the ball to Jaylen Warren and throwing short to Pat Freiermuth is going to produce a functional offense. And it didn't against the Eagles. Maybe Jaylen Warren over catches is a good look in this game. I thought maybe that was a good look last week. I didn't fire it. He only caught one pass, but I feel like I still feel that way this week. I just, when your receiving options are Van Jefferson and something Calvin Austin, I fear for your safety on the road against the Ravens here.